Okay, recording is on. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome sauce. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to December 5th MOC and Tell. It's good to see you. For those that couldn't join us today for work or other obligations, I hope you're watching this after the fact and are enjoying it. For those that are joining us today, I really do appreciate you being here and taking the time, although it is kind of a not great day to be out. Not that there's too many places you can be out anymore anyways. But I appreciate you taking the time nonetheless. We're going to jump right in after we do, hi Hawaii's and see how everybody's doing. And I don't know if anybody has any announcements from the board. Either Ivan or Shane, do you have anything?
No, I got nothing.
Nothing?
Nope.
Okay. Shane, you're good?
Currently.
Yeah, I don't have anything to report. Business as usual. Anything about lug bulk, you'll hear from Val. Not too much going on the admin side. We're kind of winding down for the year. We will be probably having a meeting in January, so we can talk about like what we're going to do next year and cadence and tempo and all that fun stuff. So hopefully we're heading for better seas at some point. So anyways, why don't we get started? Does anybody have anything for this month's theme that they'd like to share? And if so, would you like to go first?
I have something, but I don't know if I want to go first.
Mike has joined us twice.
Oh yeah, well, look at that.
Hello, Mike.
I thought I was saying double.
Let me it took me a while. I've got an old iMac here, and the Teams app wouldn't let me connect, so I'm going through a browser.
Well, you're still connected in two places, my friend.
Okay.
So the one that you're talking on now, you're unmuted, and the other one you're muted.
Oh, let me. I'm not. Let me see if I can. Oh, I'll quit that.
He's
one.
in stereo.
He's in stereo.
I was gonna say two is better than none.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Mike. Nice.
Uh,
Cool. All right.
So
Who's got something to show?
I do.
Please.
Oh, let's see.
Okay. I'm going to show you some pictures of an actual fire truck first. This is, let me get it in the right spot here. This is Squad 21, which is a fire truck that's in service in the Thompsonville Fire District in Enfield. Are those pictures coming through okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I picked this truck to build a Lego replica of because, one, my grandson Jacob and I are into fire trucks, as many of you know. Two, I served as a fire commissioner in Thompsonville about 10 years ago, and I still have some friends who are full-time firefighters there. My son-in-law, Jacob's father, is a volunteer fireman in Enfield. And as you know, Jacob and I have built a lot of fire trucks. So this is my replica of Squad 21. It's 16 studs wide and about 72 long. It weighs about 7.5 pounds.
Wow.
I'm hoping I don't drop it here. But
it looks so good.
Well, and I'm sure those of you who are Lego purists may be disappointed to see that I used shoelaces to simulate the fire hoses, but
Oh, that's cool.
my
I think that's
10-year-old
brilliant.
grandson is the one who suggested that to me. And I ordered a bunch on Amazon, which was very interesting because Amazon, I got a whole bunch of different size, different color shoelaces, many of which I couldn't use for the project. So if any of you want some colorful shoelaces, let me know and I'll be happy to trade for Legos. But the roofs come off here. Oh, well, I know I'm not doing a good job here.
You're doing fine, Mike.
So we have the interior of the truck, which
Wow.
I
Wow.
also took photos of. And all of the stickers on the truck were made from photos that I took of the actual truck, and which I then photoshopped and reduced and color corrected and then put them on. I mean, you can see a slight difference in the red on that Squad 21 sticker, but that's as close as I could get. And the graphics tape I used for the lines, as well as some auto detailing tape. And as you can see, I had to paint lines in the back there, which I blocked off with tape. But when I started thinking about the project, the first thing I did was decide which arches I was going to use for the wheels. And then I had to make sure that there was a wheel that looked appropriate in that size arch. And then I just took it from there. I took it just visually from the pictures. The dimensions, as I said, are a little off because of the doors. I couldn't figure out how to wrap them around the wheel wells, but I used the mechanisms from the Mustang set that Lego put together because they're so beautiful and sturdy and smooth. So I was real happy with the way the doors came out. When I got to the back doors, I realized I could have made the front doors a little narrower, but by that time I was so far along in the construction that it would have taken me 3 days to go backwards and repair them. The roofs of the original truck are all diamond plate, but I had a bunch of these black tiles from a lug bulk order a couple of years ago that for a project that was abandoned. So I decided to use those instead, since I still have a zillion of them. But that was my COVID-19 work at home MOC project.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, very,
That came
very
out
good job.
amazing.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Very cool. Yeah. If anybody's seen, I think Mike has some pictures that he posted before in Discord, and it's just the detail is really amazing on that. It's really cool. Thank you for sharing that.
My pleasure.
Cool.
Mike, how did you get the lights to stay on the roof? If they're all tiles.
Well, let's see here. These are, sorry.
Oh,
There's
okay.
the little knob thing there.
Jumpers. There's
Yeah,
jumpers.
and it just centered in the thing there. Now I did put some of the pinstriping tape around the red lights there, just to split them up.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, I have a question.
Sure.
Have you ever presented any of the fire trucks to the actual fire station?
Actually, I was able to take this truck over to the Thompsonville station, and the firemen were pretty impressed with it.
That's cool.
Nice. Nice.
That is really awesome. And also the shoelace idea is brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, that worked
Like
out
that-
great.
Yeah, that came out super awesome.
Yeah,
the
Mike,
scale match. Perfect.
you don't ever have to worry about Lego purists who are going to chastise you for using shoelaces in your mock. It's your mock. You can use whatever you want, right?
Okay.
Your creativity, you do as you want, always.
And of course, they come out in case of a fire.
That's so great.
It's perfect, though. It's perfect. They fold the right way and everything. Very cool.
Yes, I say creativity over purism any day of the week.
Well, anybody's seen me cut base plates,
Yes.
you know, I do that pretty much all the time. And I don't have a problem with it because it works really well for me. So, you know, I think the purism piece of it really only extends to non-Lego parts, right? Like I won't do non-Lego, but I will modify and use things environmentally like Mike did, where it makes sense to do so, right? I mean, there's nothing that should stifle your creativity, ever. And if anybody says otherwise, they really have the wrong attitude.
Well, one reason I picked that truck was that it did not have external ladders. And I saw that as kind of a challenge because I would have had to have bought maybe toy ladders or something, or, you know, something that just was way too off the mark for Lego. So I picked this squad truck because it actually has the ladders inside an internal compartment. So I got away with it.
Nice. That's clever.
Yep.
Really awesome, Mike.
Good
Thank
job,
you.
Mike.
Thanks.
Who's next? Who would like to share next?
Well, I have two actually.
Go ahead, Ivan.
One is kind of Christmassy. I don't know if you can see this. I call it Elf Central, where the elves track Santa and track the packages.
Nice.
Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got the sign inside that says private property, no trespassing. And on the other side, there's a wanted picture of the Grinch.
Did you see did everybody see the Amazon packages he had piled up there?
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
are
where did you
are those from Victor, Ivan?
No, those are from Citizen Brick.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
And then the other one, I actually showed it off last time, but I made it bigger. Is the March on the Temple.
Nice.
I have the hollow projectors in the back there.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty awesome.
And I don't know if you can see the sign. It says no shoes, no shirt, no service.
Yes.
Gotta add that Lego humor in there.
Oh, of course.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. I like seeing when people incorporate their engraved brick orders into their mocks. It looks really cool. Well done, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. Cool. Does anybody else have anything?
I've got a Lego City one I expanded. It's not Christmas themed, but I can
That's
show
okay.
you that.
Yeah,
Doesn't have
that's
to be.
fine.
Let's see. Let's see if I can flip this. So I spent about 1.5 years collecting these Lego City hospitals because I wanted a, really tight hospital for my city. And so this is 3 sets. After about 1.5 years of probably 40 failed bids on eBay, I finally got the 3 at the price I wanted. So I was working on this. Kept the pretty much the same theme. I wanted the, if you look at it down here, this is the same theme that comes exactly out of the box. I just expanded it a bit. It's got a elevator. This was my first attempt at trying these sliding elevators, but it gets stuck a bit, but it works. You can put a jumper plate under here and it'll hold the floor. But it's all equipped and modular. Here's the elevator shaft. So that worked out pretty well.
Wow.
Then we've got a kind of a maternity ward at the top. So you got like the babies here and
Aw.
exam room. You got a little area here for, you know, I love the insides of the MOCs. I get so excited just to build out all those pieces.
Mm.
Here's a MRI scanning room. It's got a light brick here, so if you put they have these translucent things, you can slide them in there and it projects an X-ray up on the screen. It's pretty cool. There's a guy there reading the hero story, which seems to come out every day in the same newspaper. But everybody loves the hero, right? Then it didn't have a pharmacy, so I put a pharmacy in there.
Oh, neat.
Then it's got a little eye. You can get your eye exam.
Chris and Toza
Eyes.
appreciate the pharmacy.
Yeah, little bathroom. I always try to put a bathroom into every one of them.
Nice.
Let's see if I can get to the bottom. Then you got a little gift shop. You got a guy who's got a shark on his arm. They're working on him right now. Elevator shaft. So that's the basics. Pretty simple, but
Nice.
follows the theme. And I don't know
That
if
is
anyone's
so
got
cool.
this set, but this was a great, that pirate ship 3-in-1 was a great one. I love this one. The detail that they put into that I thought was great on the sides.
Very cool.
I like that you used a 32 road base plate for your
Yeah, I
base.
have so many. I have so many of those. I use them for base plates for a lot of things. Although those new roads that are coming out, I don't know if anyone's seen that. It's going to be they're like 16 wide instead of 32.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
haven't
it's
gotten
cool.
our hands on them yet.
No, I
no,
think
we
they'll
haven't.
come out in January, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
I'm hoping that will let me maybe scrunch up my city. I haven't built the city yet. I've been collecting buildings for 3 years, and tables from IKEA.
Yep. I love the inside of the hospital though. Like so many people when they make buildings, the emphasis is all on the outside and there's like nothing on the inside. So to see like all the well thought out interior rooms is just so cool to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I like, the interiors. It's that hidden gem inside of every building.
Nice job, Dave.
Yeah, nice.
Very cool.
Really cool.
Cool. Does anybody else have anything?
I don't have a mock, but I do have a small Christmas themed build that I did the other day.
Please.
So I finally got around to building the miniature ginger. Hang on,
The miniature background.
the miniature invisible galaxy set.
Oh, cool. Where'd you get that one?
Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I did the
Oh,
miniature
nice.
gingerbread set, and it was just so cute. Now, obviously, it uses like a bunch of little teeny tiny pieces, so I had a ton of the overdose pieces left over. But I really appreciated the use of different textures all the way through the outside. So we have some profile bricks, some plain bricks, a lot of like greebling techniques, just to like add that kind of like gumdrop effect with the little colored, dots going through all of it. I liked the way that they did the windows with like the little blue translucent pieces and the way that they covered everything in snow and the chimney going up. So while it's not a mock, it definitely gave me some fun ideas for how to build a potential gingerbread mock. And I appreciated that about it.
Nice. Yeah, that's, it's hard for a lot of people to come up with ideas just on their own, right? It's hard to kind of like generate things out of thin air. And then on top of that, not only do you have to come up with your idea, but you also have to come up with the how of it, right? So I certainly over many years have taken a lot of different Lego sets and looked at how they built one aspect or another aspect, and it's like, oh, that's really cool the way they sideways built that. I'm going to incorporate that into a mock or something like that. So it's always nice to see people taking inspiration from the sets that the Lego designers put out and being able to turn that into something else. So very cool, Terry. Thank you. Does anybody have anything else they want to share? I can share. I have something to share if if everybody else is all set. But if there's somebody else that wants to share something, please. No? Okay, cool. Well, so what I'll do is, let's see. I'll share my screen. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
So Nick and I went to the Wadsworth because they had asked us to set up the tree again. And this was going to be my winter themed mock. But I don't have it here, so I figured I would show you the picture of it. And actually, we can watch the Wadsworth time lapse if you guys want to see it. But this was really cool because I had a lot of those wing pieces and the propellers that I used for the windmill, the modern windmill. And so what I did with that was I wanted to make a snowflake that was pretty good size. So that's end to end. It's probably like, yay big or so. And when I made that, I wanted it to be three-dimensional. So what you can see there, and if you look past the triangles that are facing outwards, behind it you can see that there's like a whole other side to that. So it's got 4 total layers, 2 vertical, horizontal, and then 2 diagonal facing opposite one another. So it's actually like a 3-dimensional build. And then Ivan ordered for his engraved bricks. He ordered those 2x2 white tiles with the LUG logo on it, and I ended up. I think Ivan, you only ordered one of them, right?
Right.
So I ended up getting like 3 or 4 more just so we'd have them, just because I thought they were cool, and I thought that would be front and center on the tree. So it'd be nice to kind of throw that in the center there. It's all held together with Technic axles and the the tiny little white rubber bands that come with some of the sets for holding like Technic parts together, Technic pins and whatnot. I ended up wrapping 2 of those around, one on the top and one on the bottom, to hold the 2 halves together. And that was kind of last minute. I'm like, I really want these to stick together, but it's only got that center pin with the Technic piece. So I thought I should give a little bit more strength, and 2 of those was enough to hold that in place, which worked out really well. Still Lego, but rubber bands. So that's pretty cool. And then I can show you for those that want to see. Let's see. Oh, I guess I got to stop sharing this to share that. All right. Let me stop doing that. You all still see and hear me okay?
Yes.
Cool. Let me go ahead and bring up Wadsworth. Let's see. Let's see. Current. I'm trying to find the link. Actually, did we post the link in Discord? Anybody remember? The
It's up
YouTube
there
video link?
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching it somewhere.
Let's see. You would think that I would just have this, but
I know it's at least on the Facebook.
yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it's on the YouTube channel.
It's on our YouTubes.
Well, I mean, in the Discord, it's up a little bit in the YouTube channel.
Got it. All right, let me reshare, and then y'all can see. Let's see, include computer sound. Where is it? Just, all right. So that was really fun. I'm glad that we got the opportunity to do that. I didn't think anything was going to happen with the Wadsworth this year, and it was really cool that they reached out and said, hey, you know, we're not doing the Festival of Trees and Traditions, but it'd be really nice because I guess they were still having people come in small quantity during like public event days and things like that. So they had a setup where we set that up is right by the main entrance. So when people are coming in, it's literally the first thing that they're going to see when they go to the Wadsworth. So I thought that was really cool. And you know, shout out to Nick. Nick was kind enough to take the day off and come hang with me and put the tree together. That was an adventure. It always is. Always trying to figure out like how do we get these pieces back together, and it's definitely going to need some TLC when the season's over. You know, every year I say the same thing, like, hey, we'll come back and like work on it, but it never seems to happen. So I'm thinking 2021 hopefully will be the year that we can like really improve the Duplo tree at the Wadsworth, which would be really cool. And I used the same snow globe type baubles from last year, and I made a bunch of Lego ornaments, which you saw Nick and I hanging off it. So that was a lot of fun. It was really cool. But I was working on that snowflake the morning that we were going to go set it up. And I was just sitting there real early in the morning trying to get it built and got it to the point that I liked it. And so I'm sorry I don't have it here, but at least you got to see it and it's, you know, there for people to enjoy. But cool.
That's pretty neat.
That's all I got. Yeah. What did I do? Well, I built a tree. You know, no big deal. So, did anybody? Well, I know a lot of people did, but did anybody get really into the advent calendars for this year?
Terry and I have.
I haven't tried those before.
So, I know a few of us have them, and Brian can tell you about. I think the first year that I did an advent calendar, it was the Friends one, and I tried to be really, really diligent about, you know, just doing one a day and like not ripping the whole thing apart, right? So, this year I got the Star Wars one, and the day that I brought it home, I was just like, this whole Advent thing is not really important to me. Ripped the whole thing apart and built everything. So I won't spoil it because there's some really cute stuff in there if you haven't seen it yet, but it was well worth it. And the instant gratification that I got from tearing the package apart was well worth it. Some really, really cute minifigs and some clever little micro builds and stuff. So if you have the Advent calendar, any of them, right, they're definitely really cool. So has anybody been building since the first with their Advent calendar? Yeah, Terry, I know you showed it earlier. Do you have Shane? Where's the one that you had? Show me the one that you showed earlier.
The calendar itself, or the thing I built?
The thing you built.
Oh, got a little Razor Crest.
Isn't that adorable? Tiny little Razor Crest.
Pew. Yeah. With, of course, mismatched engines.
Yeah, it should be. Terry, which one did you get?
I got the Lego City one.
The city one?
Yep. Although if I see the Friends one next time I'm out and about, I might have to grab that one too, because I do like the Friends builds.
Yeah.
They tend to be pretty neat. They also tend to include little tiny animals. So if you're a tiny animal collector, the Friends Advent calendar is usually a good one to get.
Definitely.
Yep. Yeah, I do appreciate this guy with the Christmas squirrel holiday sweater.
But it was a police officer.
Yeah, it looks like a police squirrel. I'm not 100% sure what it's supposed to be.
It's like the shape of the police badge, but it's a squirrel face.
Kind
No,
of.
it's like a squirrel face wearing a police hat. Yeah, I don't
awesome.
know. I don't know how well that'll focus if I just keep moving it closer to the camera. There
Oh,
you
there
go.
it is. There
Oh,
it is.
for half a second. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that sweater, but I thought it was pretty funny.
It almost looks like the chubby puma from Zootopia. The guy who's the guy who's like the receptionist at the police station.
Uh-huh.
Oh
That's what
yeah.
it looks like.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun. I should probably not get them because I have no patience. But
I mean, even if you don't use them as advent calendars, they're worth it just for like the obscure pieces and minifigs that you get out of them.
yeah.
Like I still have a couple up from like last year. Like
Mhm.
this one I'm pretty sure was from an advent calendar. And she's got like a really nice scarf. You know, she's got the camera, the winter beanie. You know, that was a nice one.
I think that's the same scarf that Jay from Ninjago has.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And I got propeller hat kid with a cookie.
Nice.
So yeah, just a lot of cute little things that are in there, nice little detail bits. You know, I was showing before, we've got Harl Hobbs with his dynamite stick and his little belt.
Awesome.
And they're just kind of cool. I like them.
Cool. Thanks, Terry. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for today. Really good work, everybody that made stuff. You know, whether you made it for this event or you made it and you just wanted to share it today or whatever the case might be, you're always welcome to share your creations. We want to see your creativity. It inspires us to build. We inspire one another, right? And it's kind of how we keep each other going through our current circumstances. And you know, I want to keep that going. Plan for 2021 is to do the same. I would love for us to be able to get together in person. I know right now that's not really a good idea. So we're going to continue doing this. We're going to continue doing our MOC and Tells on the first Saturday and our meetings on the third Saturday. Haven't really figured out the YouTube schedule yet, but I'll be working on that. And you know, when we have special events or when things are a little bit better and we can actually do stuff in person, we'll definitely let you know. But we'll try and do the best we can with what we've got right now, and you know, just keep trying to inspire each other and keep trying to, you know, be creative. And there's no wrong way to build anything, right? There is no wrong way to build. There's no, you know, requirements. We used to have like requirements for our challenges and stuff, and you know, that's fine. It's good to have like parameters to work in, but I'm all about do what speaks to you, right? So keep being creative, and you know, if you have questions or you need parts or whatever it might be, please let us know, and we'll continue to help each other. Cool. All right. Does anybody have anything else, or
Can I ask?
Mike has his hand up. I see Mike's hand up. Yes, Mike, go ahead, please.
Can I ask a question about the lug bulk and needing pieces?
Sure.
I love the lug bulk, but I only being able to get 3 of the pieces that I am looking for is sort of frustrating. Yeah. But can I put up a list of wanted pieces in the wanted section of Discord?
Yeah.
And kind of a follow-on question is, are there members of the LUG who actually have Lego like internet sales locations or what have you?
Well, so unofficially, right? I don't know of anybody. Well, officially or unofficially, I don't know of anybody that has like a Bricklink store. At least nobody that has one has mentioned it to me, right? It's kind of a gray area, and typically I'm pretty against LUG members reselling. only because the LUG can get in trouble for that. And we can lose our recognized status for people reselling because, you know, it's just not a good thing to do. So if there are members that have Bricklink stores or Brick Owl stores, I'm not aware of it. I don't want to be aware of it. But I know that there are a lot of people in the LUG, myself included, who have lots and lots of parts. And if there's things that people want to trade, or if you just need parts, you can, you know, post it in the wanted channel, and, you know, we can help each other and give each other parts and whatnot. And that's totally fine. We can trade parts, trade minifigs. We used to do a minifig swap almost every meeting. So totally kosher. But if there's a project that you're working on where you need a lot of parts, let me know and I can work with you and help supplement your project. If you just need a couple things, you know, just come to the house and get them, right? Or if you're not comfortable with that, I'll put them in an envelope and mail them to you. But we definitely have 1,000 of pretty much every part that exists. So if there's something that you need, just post it there and we'll help where we can.
All right. Well, I have been successful trading with LUG members, and that's worked out. But some of the things that I'm thinking of are, I don't have a specific project in mind.
Yeah.
But if I had the pieces, it would like lend itself to creativity and
Sure.
you know, getting some juices flowing. So
Yeah. Well, so what I can offer you is basically the thing I've already said, right? You know, earlier this week, John came to the house, went downstairs, got the parts he needed, and did some building here on site, and went home, right? So I am not going to restrict people that want to do that. I know everybody's comfort level with, you know, in-person contact right now precipitates whether or not they can do that. I don't have a problem with it, you know, at onesies and twosies. But if you just want to come grab a bunch of parts and, you know, spend an hour or two downstairs finding things or looking through bins and being, you know, trying to get those creative juices flowing, you're more than welcome to do that. Anybody at any time, right? Just, you know, coordinate it with me and I'll make sure that, you know, we don't have like 5 people here trying to do it at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So, but again, that's based on your comfort, right? So if that's not, you know, if that's not a thing that you're comfortable with, then totally fine. You know, just try and like get me a list of parts that you might want to work with. I'll find them and I'll send them to you.
okay, no, I'd be comfortable with a visit, but let me do some more thinking on that.
Okay.
About what I would be looking for.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Mike. No problem. Did that?
And I wish when we could have 5 people all sitting together in your basement finding parts and building stuff.
I know.
We used to do that.
We used to do it all the time, right? One of the things
The hell out of that.
that's really difficult for me right now is that I'm trying to work through the sorting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the more sorting that I get done, the easier it is for us to build stuff because we'll know where the parts are. And I can't do it on my own. You know, Nick is really good. He comes by time to time and will do some sorting for me, and I'll go downstairs and be just like the two of us going through it. And, you know, Ivan's come by a couple times, and you know, we've had some folks come help, but right now it's not feasible. It's also not feasible for me to sort 10 million pieces on my own. So
Bit of a standstill.
We're kind of, yeah, it's kind of a we'll get it done when we get it done. Long-term goal, get everything that's downstairs completely sorted, and then start sorting everything that's in the storage room up top here, and, you know, take it a set at a time and just part it out and sort it that way. Eventually, the entire basement area, which is, I don't know, Bern, what is it? 24 by 18 or something like that. probably more. That's going to be a display area, right? So we're eventually going to build the tables. We're eventually going to get that all set up and illuminated and new lights and everything. And a number of people have reached out to me and said, hey, I really want to show this MOC, or I really want to put this thing on display, but I don't have the room, right? Room is a big thing right now. It's always been a big thing. So my plan, and I've said this a few times, is if you have stuff that you want to build and show off, but you don't have a place for it, you're welcome, once we get to that point, you're welcome to display that here, right? So we get to the point where we're back, doing in-person meetings and whatnot, we'll have a pretty huge area for people that want to do vehicles or buildings or parks or whatever space themes, Western themes, pirate stuff. There's going to be a whole water area, subterranean area, trains out the wazoo. So it's going to be huge, right? So if you have stuff that you want to display but can't, when we get past this whole sorting situation, that's something that you'll have available to you. Okay.
Hey Cam, this is Teo. So I actually do have kind of that display area. So I have plenty of extra black tablecloths. And what I ended up doing was buying 8-foot sheets of plywood and cutting them to size. It was way easier than trying to buy tables.
Yeah.
And actually before COVID hit a couple of years ago, when plexiglass prices were proper, I have the enclosures for the walls and tops to keep dust off as well.
Nice.
So I have extra of that. When that does come around, I can certainly come out and help in that space as well.
That would be great. Yeah, that would be really awesome. Thank you, Tao.
Yeah, and then it ended up being like 12-foot tables and whatnot. So
yeah,
if there's anyone who knows how to work a sewing machine, you can work the tablecloths into exactly the fitted sizes that you want. And then everything underneath, if you get the right table legs, even sawhorses suffice.
Yeah.
But just gives you storage.
Well, we figured out a while ago. I was talking with Steve Dorner, and he had kind of done like a little display table recon, and figured out that between 5/8 plywood and 1x2 or 1x3 pine stock and PVC legs, you could make a full size table for about $80, right? And it wouldn't be, you have to brace it. It wouldn't be super sturdy, but it does the job, right? So
yeah, that's what I did. I can put you on a camera now if you want to see. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to show people, sure.
Yeah. So I'm in the. Let me know if you guys can see. I think I have to flip it.
Yeah, I see you right now.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one of the display tables with the
Nice.
plexiglass. And then what it is underneath is just tons of legs.
Yep.
On, I think it's 3/4 ply.
Yep.
And what I did is I made channels to hold the plexiglass in place. And there was no way anyone was going to build or ship me a box this size. So I have the plexiglass and panels. And then I ended up buying glass shower fittings to fit them together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and but I have so much extra of everything. And I have a wood shop as well. So I was able to cut it exactly to the size I wanted. And then I have more over there, like really just to take up the space that I had available to me.
Yeah. Awesome.
So that's something where I can certainly come out and help in that area.
I'm jealous of the ability to keep the dust off things. That's always a pain point for a lot of people with cities and big displays. It's always a big deal, right? So
yeah, what I found is if the walls, Home Depot sells foam insulation boards.
Yep.
That they're so light that they can basically sit on top of anything without needing to support it structurally, but that'll keep dust from settling. And then, because at one point I was draping everything almost like you drape furniture, but then it's a pain to put. But if you really want it on display, you're not really covered. You don't want to cover it up. But
Right.
Those foam boards are so light, you can just snap them right into place and cover anything you'd want that you didn't want dust to rest on. So that was really cool.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can buy them in 2-foot sections instead of 8-foot sections, so you can kind of tuck them away in a closet when you don't want them.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I want to get to the point where, hopefully, post-COVID, there's enough traffic of people enjoying Lego on display that it doesn't have time to collect dust.
Yeah.
We'll see if we ever get there.
And I'm also, once COVID goes away and the plexiglass prices come back, I found a place that had cut them for me to size.
Nice.
I didn't have to worry about cleaning the edges, and I didn't have to worry about cutting them on a table saw, but they were able to ship via freight a gigantic order. So
wow.
Certainly make that happen.
Cool.
That could be really nice for like events and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially the Wadsworth where you've got kids that are like, don't see the barrier because it's above eye level. Lego.
Yeah. But it really, even if there's stuff not necessarily fragile wise, but it does immediately show that you're putting something on showcase and that it's really special to you. So that's fun. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is really cool.
Really awesome. Thank you, Tam.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, so that that's a perfect example of what we want to do. We want to get to that point. I do plan on, when we can, where we can, getting more LUG assets instead of just like, everybody come use my stuff, which you're always welcome to do. I do want to build up the LUG assets so that we have like dedicated tons of parts that we can come and build with and use for MOCs and shows and just to be super creative with. So that's another long-term aspiration, and we'll have hopefully 20 million pieces at some point. So that would be fun. But all right, folks. Well, does anybody have anything else they want to share? Cool. Well, I do appreciate you joining us today. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for checking it out after the fact, and we'll make sure that everybody has all the latest and greatest. We do have a meeting coming up. So let me look at the calendar. We've got our meeting is 2 Saturdays from now, on the 19th. Historically, we never really did a December meeting, and then last year I decided that it's a kind of a long stretch between November and January, and people have family stuff and holiday stuff going on. But we are going to have a December meeting on the 19th at the usual time. If you want to come hang with us, and you can. I thought it might be fun for us to anybody that's going to come to that, do like a crazy Christmas sweater thing or something if you want. I'm gonna put on my ugly Christmas sweater, and it's more like a Christmas muumuu, kind of like a Christmas house dress, because it's way too long. But I wear it every year, exclusively because when I bought it, I think I went to Goodwill and I tried to find a Christmas sweater that was horrid, and I did, and it makes me look like, I don't know, Brian, what would you even call it? I don't know. It's horrible. But I bought it for when I worked at Lego. There was like one of the holiday days there was you had to come in and wear, so I had like these OD green pants that were just not even the right green. It was just hideous. And then this red and white looked like they came out of Santa's workshop type outfit, and it was just ridiculous. But so I'll wear that for the December meeting. We'll have a good laugh, and if you want to wear something, if you want to come, wear an ugly sweater or fun sweater or a crazy sweater or whatever, we'll have fun with it. So and then our January meeting, our January MOC and Tell, and our January meeting will be coming up too. So check the calendar, and if you need anything, just let us know. We're always around. Please stay tuned into Discord. It's most of our information comes out either in Discord or email. If you're not getting messages, let me know, and we'll get that corrected. And that's it. So, all right, everybody, we'll sign off. Thank you very much for coming today. Please stay safe, be well, do whatever you can. You know, wear your masks, wash your hands, stay safe out there, stay away from people. They're terrible. And just keep being creative and do what you can, you know. Cool.
All right.
It was good seeing
All right.
everybody.
Take care, everybody.
All right.
Have fun.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye, everyone.